Your move, your move.
So starting off with a simple one card combo here, it only requires the Lifeless Leaf Fish. So what you're going to do is you're going to normal summon your Lifeless Leaf Fish, you're going to use its effect, you're going to send Shift to the graveyard, and then you're going to use Shift effect, you're going to target your own Leaf Fish, you're going to give it 500 attack, and you're going to pass your turn. This may not look like a lot, but I promise you, it is really good. So now during your opponent's standby phase, the Shift will come back to your field, and now it has the quick effect Synchro. Now that's active this turn. So what you're going to do is during opponent's turn, whenever you want to banish a card, what you're going to do is you're going to use Shift, you're going to Synchro summon, you're going to make your Oriompos, and then Oriompos effect, you're going to banish your Zep from the graveyard. Now, from the deck. Now whenever Zep's banished, it has the effect to come back, and then it Synchro summons again, and then you make your Azcan. And now you have two effects here. You're going to have your Oriompos effect that's going to target itself and banish it, and you have your Azcan effect that's going to target himself and banish a card on the field. So what you're going to do is you're going to do that. So you're going to banish Azcan, banish one card in the field. Then we're going to resolve Oriompos, which is going to banish, no, sorry, it's going to add Snopios to our hand. And then we're going to use Azcan's second effect when he's banished. We're going to banish our Shift from the graveyard, so we have recursion for next turn. He's going to come back, and if we need to banish a card on the field at any point, we can use Snopios effect, banish Lifeless Leaf Fish and Zep from the graveyard, target one card on the field, and it would get banished when it leaves the field, usually targeting himself, because that sort of keeps the grind game going. So that's the one card combo the deck has. So now I will be showing you a two card combo that involves the Supe line. So Supe requires any discard. I'm just showing you with Sith because it is the best discard you could possibly have, and it sort of helps you get your plays going during your opponent's turn. So we're going to start off with Supe. We're going to discard our Shift. We're going to special summon Supe and the brick from the deck. Now what we'll do is we'll synchro them into a 6, which is really nice because Oriompos really helps here. We'll use Oriompos effect. This banishes our Pacers from the deck, and of course now we have to use Shift effect, target Oriompos, give it 500 attack, and now we have two tuners that are going to come back during our opponent's turn. Now we can attack or whatever. If we're going first, we'll just pass here. Now during the standby phase, Pacers and Shift will come back, and now you have two synchros during your opponent's turn. Now whenever they do something you don't like, you can go Pacers effect, synchro summon into a 8. You can either make Azcan, or you can make the White Aura Whale here, it depends. You also have the Oriompos effect, so you'll banish it, and you will add Snopios to your hand. So it doesn't really matter which one you have. If you have the Azcan, you banish a card and it comes back. If you have the Whale, it blows up every attack position monster in your opponent's field. And now you have the Shift effect, which will let you synchro summon with either of them. And now you can make your Ghoti of the Deep Beyond. Now the cool thing about Ghoti of the Deep Beyond is it banishes every single card on the field, including himself, and then he comes back later on. So he'll banish himself. At some point I would also use the Snopios, even if it's just to summon himself, because that will allow us to banish both our Pacers and Shift from the graveyard, and that means they are both coming back during our turn as well, and he is an interruption. And now, during our turn, we will have the Ghoti of the Deep Beyond that comes back, we'll have our Shift and Pacers that comes back, and now, since it's our turn, we can just normally synchro summon. We don't need to use fish monsters. So now, for example, with a Snopios and a Pacers, you can synchro them. You can make your Adamantipator Arisen. You can make a Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. And then if you do that, you can then synchro again, and you can use some of your level 10s. So you got your Chen Ying, and you have your Ruddy Rose Dragon. So for this combo, I'm going to be showing you a different two-card combo. We have the Lifeless Leaf Fish and the Abyss Shark. So we're going to start off the same. We're going to normal summon our Lifeless Leaf Fish. We're going to use its effect. We're going to send Shift to the graveyard. We're going to use Shift effect. We're going to banish it, target our Lifeless Leaf Fish. It now has 2,000 attack. Now we're going to special summon our Abyss Shark from our hand, since all we control are waters. And that's going to search us our Silent Angler. We'll now special summon Silent Angler and overlay the Abyss Shark and the Angler, since the Silent Abyss Shark can be used as a level 4 for the XE summon of a number monster, which is our Shark. So there we go, we have this. This is also obviously a quick effect pop and turns everything on the field to waters, which sometimes can hinder your opponent's deck, especially if it's like Salmon Greats and they need fires. they're now all waters. And this is a quick effect pop which doesn't target, which is very, very nice. And then we pass turn. During the standby phase, this guy comes back, and then we have the regular 1-card combo line that I showed you earlier before, except we have a pop as well. Now for the final combo, I'm going to be showing you just how versatile the Hop Ear Squadron is and why you should be playing it. So let's say you have these 2 cards and you are going to be going second, your opponent's going first. We have any Bestial. This can also be Snow Pierce, but I'm going to be showing you with a Bestial because it's easier. We're going to Bestial them, we're going to get whatever effect. Then we'll actually have the Hop Ear Squadron, which lets us target our Bestial, special summon it, and then synchro immediately into our Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, which again blows up the board and does burn damage, which is really nice. Now this isn't the only combo I was going to show you with the Hop Ear Squadron. The Squadron is very, very useful if, for example, you can also make Hascan, by the way, in that combo, I forgot to tell you. The Hop Ear Squadron is very, very useful, for example, if you already have a level 8 on board. So you had the level 8, you can Hop Ear Squadron, you're not locked into waters anymore, because the Hop Ear Squadron isn't a Ghoti tuner, and that allows you to make either your Chen Ying or your Ruddy Rose during your opponent's turn as well, which is very, very nice. Also, another cool thing that you can do with the Hop Ear Squadron is if you already have a Synchro on the board, a level 6, so Orionpos, you can special it, Synchro with Orionpos, and you can straight up make your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and then Orionpos effect will trigger, searching you the Snowpios. And the final thing I wanted to show you is a play that actually came up. So they had I believe it was Chaos Hunter on board, so I couldn't banish any single cards in my deck, and all I had was a lifeless Leafish on the field. What you can do with the Leafish is you can target it, Synchro for a level 6, and actually make your Metaphys Horus. Now Metaphys Horus has the effect, you can target 1 monster in the field and negate its effects forever, which is really, really nice, and that allowed me then with my other Ghotis to Synchro using the Metaphys Horus and proceed to make my Ascan and other sort of cool fish plays.
It's time!